I'm the big man, attorney Joey Franks with Big Man Law here in Jackson, Mississippi. And today we're going to go see Judge Middleton. This is a little strange one, so take a look and I'll be back.
You got charged, and the same thing applies to you, Mr. Carter, with a strange charge called no insurance under the insurance code. It's not charged under the motor vehicle code, it's charged under the insurance code. And it's punishable by up to a year in jail. And anything punishable by more than 93 days in jail, you have to have your fingerprints taken. It carries a fine of not less than $200 and not more than $500. And we get a lot of these. They can tell now by running your plate whether the car is insured. So we get tons of these. And they weren't able to originally do them on a citation, but they do now. They can do it on a ticket. Anyway, this allegedly happened on July 19th of 2024. It does not carry a license suspension. It does go on your driving record, and it carries an expensive fine. Do you have insurance now?
I don't. I'm not with the vehicle.
All right, so you don't have the vehicle anymore?
I also sit down.
Yeah, sure.
I had broken
Sit
my
right
back,
there.
so I'm still in recovery.
All right, what happened to the car?
It's kind of a long story.
Well, did the car get impounded?
It did get impounded that night.
And did you get it out of impound?
I got it out of impound, and it is sitting at the property because the ex wants to keep messing with it.
So the car is now in possession of your ex?
No, it's at my property, but my ex keeps going into my property and harassing and everything. It was just there last night, and I actually had to call the police at 2:00 this morning.
All right. Well, I don't have the authority to alter the charge. The prosecutor does. And the problem is we only have two people in the prosecutor's office, but they are doing some pretrials this morning. So, Jenny, would you see if we can get the prosecutor to do a couple of insurance pretrials for us? Have a seat, and we'll have Mr. Marvin or somebody take a look at this. There is a lesser charge known as no proof of insurance. If you got insurance, the prosecutor has the authority to alter the charge to a civil infraction. The judge doesn't have that authority, the prosecutor does. So we're going to see if we have a prosecutor who could possibly speak with you this morning.
Where do I see it?
Just right back on the bench. The problem is this is a morning for pre-exam conferences, and they may be very busy.
Your Honor, the prosecutors offered on both those insurance cases to allow the civil infraction.
All right. Ms. Howard, would you come forward? Thank you, Keith, and
Sure.
Thank you, prosecutor's office. And David's proposal for now, while we don't have enough staff to send the public defender down there, I guess we can make that work. All right, Ms. Howard, the public defender has checked with the prosecutor, and they're willing to dismiss this charge of no proof of insurance, which costs a minimum of $325 for a charge called no proof of insurance. No proof of insurance means you didn't have the little slip in the car. It means you had insurance, but you didn't have proof. And many of us have done that. We get the thing in the mail, we set it aside, your insurance expires. So the fine for that is $150, and it's not a misdemeanor, it's a civil infraction. Are you willing to plead to no proof of insurance?
Yes.
Fine and cost for that is $150, and by statute, ordinance, civil infractions are supposed to be due within 30 days. Today's August 20th. Can you pay that by September 20th? Need more time.
I can't give you an answer because I I have to file for disability. And my ex, who I'm talking about, he took everything from. And
I think I must know who he is.
probably
We've
because
got Kleenexes there on the, they
he's
say I
actually in
make
the
all the
parking
girls
lot.
cry, but he's in the parking lot?
there's,
Well,
Yeah.
wait a minute, that's not very good. Switch that, well, yeah, it's usually on the defender side. We don't make the prosecutor cry all that much,
I try hard though. I try hard.
but we do.
but
Kinda soulless.
I've been going through a lot. My house, my house that I got from my kids' night. He took the money and I have to be out on the 3rd.
You said he's in the parking lot?
Yeah, we just
Oh,
we got here and he was in the parking lot.
All right, waiting for you?
I don't know what he's.
What's his name?
Jesus Borrego.
Who?
Jesus Borrego.
Don't know him. Well, I'm gonna use this date. Don't worry about it, but at some point you're gonna need to pay this. Have you considered asking for a PPO?
I did, and they, because it wasn't, I live in Edwardsburg.
Hmm.
I went to the Cass County over there and they told me because there's domestic, that there's a no contact. But we were supposed to go to court.
Where's the domestic here or Cass
There's
County?
been two here. Two here against me and my daughter, and then 2 in Cass County. And he's got away with all of them.
Where is the charge pending?
There's no charges, nowhere. He got let go with disturbing the peace, and I don't know why, because my head was cracked open.
In
My
Cass County or St. Joe County?
both were dropped. He drugged
Again,
me
the
by
judge doesn't make the charge.
Yeah, he drugged me by the truck. He cracked my head open.
BORREGO.
BORREGO.
There's still a no contact or.
No, they dropped it. They never contacted me. He showed up at court at my house right after he got out of jail. And it's Borrego Villarreal. Did you get it?
I see it, Borrego Villarreal,
Yeah, Jesus Trinidad Borrego Villarreal.
but I don't see anything 2021.
That was when it first started. The first.
So there were 2. There was, I think Deborah Davis was still here. It was actually set for a jury trial.
The new one.
The one, it says dismissed uncooperative victim. Abuse and neglect case still open, dismissed by prosecutor. So in that December of 2021, we had a jury trial set and the prosecutor said that you weren't cooperative and they dismissed it. Let's look at the other one.
No, I filled out the paper to inform me with everything that I wanted to be in the courtroom.
I don't know, but the prosecutor dismissed both of these charges in December of 2021. All I'm looking at is the rough notes because you were uncooperative. So I don't know what that means, but anyway, we don't have anything pending here. So is there anything pending in Cass County?
He just recently just got out of jail just last month.
Is there a no contact order in Cass County?
I thought there was a no contact order because that's what the judge, the Victor Fritz, is his name, told me when I went to go put a PPO. He said there's no contact order. But then he showed up at my house,
Well,
and he said that they dropped it
I
off.
can't speak
So
for.
I can't.
Well, the prosecutor doesn't do the PPO, the judge does. So there's a lot of here I
I
don't
want a
know.
PPO. I want.
Well, I would go back to the Cass County courts and ask for a personal protection order. I want to make sure that things are okay in the parking lot. We're gonna find Mr.
He was there
Borrego Villarreal.
knocking on, pounding and pounding on my door at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and he didn't stop and woke up my.
When was this?
This morning.
This morning.
This morning, and he woke up my girls and my baby boy, and I go outside. I'm scared, and he's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Just yelling at me and everything, and he's yelling at my daughter and
All right, well, that has nothing to do with this insurance case, but I am concerned about your safety. We're gonna have the bailiffs escort you out to your
Thank you so
car
much.
and see what Mr. Villarreal Borrego is doing.
Mhm.
But I would encourage you to go back to the court, wherever they do PPOs in Cass
Mhm.
County. It isn't, you don't need the prosecutor to get a PPO. It's a personal protection order. So all I know is your cases were dismissed because they said you weren't cooperative, which happens a lot. Anyway, you pay that fine when you can. It has a due date of September 20th.
Okay. Am I able to go and speak to somebody about that one
Which one?
from the one that they said I was uncooperative or find
Well,
out what they
it's 4
talked-
years
No, to
ago.
find out what they were talking about.
Yeah, you can go to the prosecutor's, been asked to talk to the
Okay.
victim advocate here
Okay.
at the courthouse.
Okay,
All right, you're good to go.
thank you.
Find out what's going on there. I don't like the whole sound of that.
So this is unusual. Apparently, they have something in Michigan that's a difference in no proof of insurance and no insurance. A little bit confusing there. Took me a second to catch exactly what they had going on. But this lady has way bigger things going on, talking about no protective orders with her ex and things like that, and having the cops called to her house the day before. So it's a little bit of a kerfluffle there. And the prosecution works that. It's really unusual in the sense that in Mississippi, the judge can pretty much knock anything down or dismiss it for the most part. There are a couple of odds and ends out there. And I guess this is one of the ones in Michigan, just a little off in the corner rule there. But interesting how they get the prosecutor involved. They get the insurance, no proof of insurance issue taken care of, and the whole man's out in the parking lot, and they got to go make sure things are good there. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you next time.